All right, guys, there is no box today to unbox because I had lunch yesterday, at the time of filming, with Andy, one of the owners of Poikilo Blade. Now, I've done a couple of videos on them before, right after Blade Show West, is where I met them, and they were gracious enough to loan me something soon after that. And they were nice enough to loan me these today. There's two different models here that we're going to talk about real quick. And I'm going to do full videos on them later. But the previous ones I did were the Alchem that had the blade that kind of opened. It was kind of super impractical and wild. All three of the previous models that I've done, not super practical, everyday carry type knives. They know that. I know that. These are great looking EDC knives. All right, so let's take a quick peek at what we got here. We've got the Orca. We've got the Tuna. And then we're going to have another Tuna and another Orca, just so you know. Another Orca and another Tuna. A couple different configurations on each of them. So he brought a couple of cases, and I think he had pretty much every single knife that they manufacture. There's 16 models. He and I talked about it. We are going to get every model on the channel, guaranteed. Going to take a little time. We're going to go through a few at a time and whatnot, but I'm super excited. So let's talk about first the Orca. This knife, not this exact one, but this model, their base model, I believe, is the one that they sent in for judging at Blade Show West. This is the mid-tech version, they call it, that came right out of Andy's pocket. This is the knife that he EDC carries, okay? So it's going to be a little bit dirty. It's going to be a little scratched up. This is, again, one of their base models. At Blade Show West in Utah, 2024, this knife went for judging. And it won two different categories. One, best production of 2024. More surprisingly, it won best of show of the entire show. I think that's pretty impressive for a new company based in China to win best of show out of all the knives that were there. Wow, that's just crazy to me. This would make a great EDC knife. And it does with the coloring and the two-tone and all that. It does kind of resemble an Orca killer whale, right? So their base model is just titanium, liner lock, nothing super fancy. Their mid-tech version, what they call it, has Timascus backspacer, Timascus pocket clip, and a more of a mirror polished finish. They call it something different. I don't remember off the top of my head what they exactly call the finish, but I will do that in the full video. You know, this is just more of a quick peek at what I've got. I think it's pretty cool. The handle style, it works really good, but mentally to me, it kind of tapers down too much just for my visual aesthetics. But we'll see. Andy told me to feel free to carry and use his personal carry, which I thought was super fun, super cool. I love the fact when a maker can pull a knife out of their pocket and give it to me, loan it to me, whatever. I have gotten Mark Begg to take one out of his pocket and give it to me as a gift. I have it right over here. This Quaken from Big Knives. He was carrying, he took it out of his pocket. He said, hey, if you like this, you can have it. Super awesome. I love that. Dropped it off to the side. Okay, so this is the Orca. This is the Tuna. And when I opened up the cases and started looking at what he brought, this was the first one that I wanted to look at and pull out. All carbon fiber with titanium frame inside. So these are And I'll go into more details in the full video, but basically there is a titanium frame, and then you have the carbon fiber is kind of hollowed out, milled out, so that you have a nested liner lock and a nested titanium frame on the show side as well. So this thing is super rigid, super solid, and this is the Tuna model. So you do have the thumb studs, which work really good. Again, the handle, it does really taper down. It's something I'm a little unusual or unfamiliar with, because most of my knives are more neutral, or they have some finger grooves, but they don't really taper down. Again, these are their display models. So I am going to get these back to him, and we're going to just rotate through so I can get all 16. And as they come out with new models, here is going to be the place to see them. All right? I'm sure you'll see some on other channels too. I'm not like an exclusive reviewer for them or anything fancy like that. No, I'm just a guy that happens to live close to him, so we can go to lunch and meet in person and hang out and chat for hours at a time. So that's super fun. Okay. Yeah, I think these are great. Now, they are, since I did the Alchem model, the first kind of ridiculous one, everybody's asking, where can they buy them? Where can they buy them? Where can they buy them? They are just about ready to launch their website. I am previewing that now, kind of making some recommendations, or just kind of proofreading it, if you will, where you will be able to see all the models and buy directly from the website, which I think is super cool. That's been a thing that they have not really had. Mostly sell at shows and things like that. And then you got to message them and go back and forth. You can't just quickly and easily go buy something. Very soon. I don't know if it'll be before Christmas. I'm filming this at the beginning of December. But he told me 2 to 3 weeks. But with Christmas and everything, it might be a little longer. I don't know. But as soon as the website's up, I will go back in the description of my current videos and put a link so you guys can go find it and check it out. So as soon as that's ready, you'll know it here. We are going to get him, Andy, on the podcast, but it probably will be a few months. It's the holiday season. His normal day job gets busy around this time. So yeah, it might take a few minutes. Now, these are all running on Bowler M390 blade steel, and I have no problems with that. It's kind of an enhanced M390. I'm not a metallurgist or a steel snob, so I don't really care. Out of them, I really like this dark stonewashed on this one. I like the Timascus bits, but I don't know if I like this mirror polished finish. It's like a stonewashed mirror polish. So it's not mirror, but I kind of like the just a blasted blade a little better maybe. So I don't know. Stay tuned. I will do full videos on both of these very soon, and I'll be working with them so I can get a full lineup in my playlist of all of their models. I'm super stoked about that. Like really excited. I tried to do that with another maker previously and it just didn't work out. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I think they're going to put some links on their website of some reviews. So you might even see me on their website. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Please stay tuned. I'll put an Instagram link to them down below so you can at least start to check them out that way. And I think their next show is going to be California Custom Show in the spring. So I think is in February. I don't know that they've announced a specific date yet. I didn't look. But yeah, they will be at that show for sure. So, all right. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a fantastic day and stay tuned.